I would like to introduce HTML and make a bit of revision. First, some notes which are related to the usage of Notepad++. You asked me how to activate the hints. So you go to Settings, Preferences, and you have in the list Auto-completion. Here I have activated Enable Auto-completion each input, both function and word. So this means that if I write HTML, a hint appears about what I should or I am supposed to write. So let's start from a basic HTML file. I just wrote the beginning and the end of the HTML and I want to save it. In order Notepad++ understands that it is an HTML file, I must insert the correct file format. So, File, Save As, and in Save As I write the name of the file, for instance homepage, and Save As must be HTML, so Hypertext Markup Language. I save it in a folder which will be dedicated only to my website. So in Documenti, my website. Use always this folder to save your HTML documents and the images. Now you see the colors. In Documenti, I can see that I have a home page file in HTML and you can see the icon of the browser. This means that if I drag and drop the file into the browser, it will be read. How can I realize it? I realize it from the fact that the location of the web page is written in the browse bar, in the search bar. Remember that the browser is a program which understands HTML language. So it is able to interpret the HTML tags. So this is a tag which opens and closes an HTML page. The website is saved locally. Nobody can see my website unless I publish it on the internet. And this is something that we will do. Let's prepare a basic document. It is really comfortable having both windows of the code and the page, so you can see directly the layout. So every HTML page has a head and a body, so the head corresponds to this section of the website and the body to the wall space here. I insert the title in the web page. The title is My Website. I save it. Always remember to save. Either you click on it or you press Ctrl S. And here I can refresh the page in two ways. Either clicking on this, in fact you see, or pressing F5. Now you can see the change. In fact, I gave a name to the label above the web page, which is basically the head. The body, as I explained during the lesson, I imagine to write a book. A book has different levels of headers. A header which is the most important for the title, and a header which is less important for the paragraph, and can have a header less important than the paragraph. So the most important header is H1. As you can see, every tag is opened and closed. Okay, I make the paragraphs. When you write HTML tags, most of the times you have to repeat them, so just use Ctrl-C, Ctrl-C, so copy and paste, Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V. No, not a paragraph, but let me say a chapter. More than a paragraph. Chapter 3. So, since it is less important, the character is smaller. I can write a section in the chapter. For instance, let's say that the chapter number 1 has 2 sections, which are less important than the chapter. And this is the result. So section 1 and 2 are smaller. The normal text is the paragraph, which is P. And this is basically the normal text. We are doing in HTML the same procedures we are used to do in text editing. The difference is that instead of having buttons to change the size of the letters, unless that is some formats, we use specific codes, which is HTML code. For a complete reference, I suggest you to visit W3 School. W3 School offers a wide range of commands and a platform to train yourself. While it uploads all the website, let's go on. Another feature that you can add in a text editing file is the list. So let's prepare the list. We put it below chapter 2. The list can be ordered or unordered. Ordered list means that you create a list with numbers. Each item has the tag LI. Unordered list means that instead of having numbers to identify the items, you have only a symbol, like point. So I copy the list and I change only the tag. So instead of O as ordered, I type U for unordered. I write a comment just to remember which is the one, ordered or unordered. The comment is made in this way. And you will see the comment always colored in green. This can be helpful for you just to remember maybe some features, or to make some note to yourself, especially if you are programming or if you are writing a really extended website. But it might also be requested during the examination to insert the name, the surname, and your contact details. So name, surname, and your candidate number and your center number. Something which is really nice is how to change, let's say, some features, some of the letters. For instance, you can make the letters bold and italic. So I'm writing in this paragraph, this is the beginning of chapter 3. Let's say that I want to emphasize beginning in a bold way. Yes, actually here I made beginning of chapter 3. Actually I wanted to make only beginning. Okay. And for instance, I want to make chapter 3 in italic. And here it is. I want to insert images. So in order to insert images, I must be careful about the location of the image. So if this is the folder I work in, where my home page is, the file must be in my folder. I download a picture In the meantime, I prepare the code. Let's say that I want to insert an image in chapter 3. To do that, I use a tag attribute, which is image. And I must specify the source of the image. Let's check if I have another picture here. Okay. And so now I must specify the source, so src, which is equal to, now I must specify the name of the file, let's check, and here I have. One problem you can have is that the image is too big, so it might be that you must specify the width and the height of the image. For instance, I want to set the width as to be 200 pixels. Let's say, so in this way the image maintains the aspect ratio. So you maintain the aspect ratio only if you set either the width or the height. But let's say that you do not want to maintain the aspect ratio, so you want instead to change. So in order to do this, you must specify both width and height as requested. Okay. And this is enough for now. In the next video, I would like to explain the anchors and how to make tables, which is somehow difficult but feasible.